Hey everybody, welcome back to Star Flag Media Gaming. We just wrapped up an hour-long Sony State of Play, and honestly, if I'm handing out report cards, we're looking at a B+. It was solid, it was packed, and it actually felt like the industry remembered people like us, gamers who grew up when games were actually games and not just live service platforms with a shop attached. We've got a lot to get through, from Konami finally waking up to the return of the Ghost of Sparta. Let's dive into the list in order that they hit the screen. Kenna Scars of Cosmora. These are the heavy hitters and sequels of the group. So yeah, they kicked things off with a sequel to Bridge of Spirits. It's looking massive and, dare I say, very Horizon-esque with the open world scale. Kenna's looking a bit older. The world is gorgeous, and it's hitting PS5 and PC later this year. It's a great start. Ghost of Yotei Legends. Sucker Punch then is bringing back the co-op magic. We saw 4 classes taking on a demon raid. If it's anything like the first Legends, it's going to be a time sink. Mark your calendars for March 10th. Kojima is officially bringing the Walking Simulator 2.0 to PC on March 19th with Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Quick side note, if you want to know why I think Hideo Kojima is actually gaming's biggest copycat, check out my dedicated video on that right in the comment section below. Actually, in the description section. You won't see him the same way again. The next section that they kind of put together was shooters, puzzlers, and Switch 2 whispers. So, For Loop, Bad Robot Studios showed off this sci-fi co-op shooter. Gross monsters, roguelike loops. Looks like a blast to play with the boys. Beta is coming later this year. Pragmata. Capcom finally gave us more than a cryptic child in a spacesuit. It's a puzzle shooter launching on April 24th, and the demo is live right now. Word on the street is the Switch 2 version is going to be very comparable experience to the PS5 version. The demo is available on that console right now, and if Nintendo's new hybrid can keep up with this, it's looking like the console wars are getting interesting again. Resident Evil Requiem. What can we say? Leon and Grace are back in 2 weeks. Seeing Leon return to Raccoon City Police Department, it felt like a warm, blood-soaked hug. Methodical horror with high-octane action. Count me in if I wasn't so bad at horror games. The next part of the presentation was the remaster and kind of niche corner, with Legacy of Kain Defiance Remaster being showed off March 3rd. New coat of paint, third-person camera updates. It looks like this is how you should treat a classic. Brigandine Abyss, fantasy strategy RPG fan, you're eating good later this year because PS5 is going to have this one on the plate. Dead or Alive 6, last round, coming June 25th. This is a little bit different. It's got new characters and a photo mode. More importantly, it's going to have a new Dead or Alive officially in development. There's going to be a premium version of this and a free-to-play version of this. Nature is healing. Then comes the action overload. Control Resonant looks like it's going to scratch that Devil May Cry itch. Fast, fluid, and weird. Crimson Moon. Now, speaking of Devil May Cry, this exactly what I thought when I first saw it. I was like, oh my god, is this Devil May Cry that was rumored? No, well, it's got metal music, a half-breed angel human. It talks. This trailer looked really, really close to Devil May Cry. And then, it's not Dante. But this dark fantasy action game looks cool as hell. Game Freak is stepping outside the Nintendo bubble with Beast of Reincarnation, a fantasy action RPG launching August 4th. And let's see if they can thrive without Pikachu's help. The next side was a little bit of a platforming, a little bit of indies. We get Rayman 30th Anniversary There's a digital version coming out, and then there's a physical version coming out June 26th. If you want the all digital version, it's available tomorrow. This is classic Rayman with BTS features, pure nostalgia bait. This looks like a win for me. Mina the Hollower. Finally, Yacht Club's games next hit drops a PlayStation exclusive demo tomorrow. Go check it out. This is by the creators of Shovel Knight. Neva prequel coming February 19th. If you like the original, well, this is a no-brainer. The global push comes for the next chapter. It's Yako Shinobi Ops. This is violent, it's stealthy, co-op ninjas, but it is a long way off in a 2027 release, but from what I can tell, the vibe is pretty cool. Looks promising. Project Windless. Based on the Birds That Drink Tears novels, it's essentially a Musou game where you play as a sword-swinging birdman. It's weird. It's a Korean fantasy. And weirdly, seemed like I could be into this. Star Wars Galactic Racers. What can I say? Okay, I'm hyped. This looks like an arcade racer in the vein of the old pod racer games from PS1, N64, and Sega Dreamcast. I spent way too many hours on those back in the day. And this one is launching later this year. I'm pretty sure they got my money on day one. And the next part of the presentation was kind of cool. It was a Konami takeover. Konami absolutely stole the middle of this show. Metal Gear Solid Masters Collection Volume 2 comes out August 27th, with Metal Gear Solid 4 finally escaping the PS3 prison. They showed off Castlevania Belmont's Curse, a new 2D Castlevania developed with Dead Cell's crew. Whew. This is what we've been waiting for, guys. This one looks amazing. And then Silent Hill Townfall coming in 2026, a first-person horror collaboration with Annapurna. It looks completely unique. It has the vibe of Silent Hill, new character. I'm too much of a coward to play most of these horror games, but if I wasn't, this would be a day one buy for me. And then we're getting into the final stretch of the presentation. We get a look at 007 First Light for May 27th, an origin story with a green James Bond from the Hitman developers. Could be good. John Wick, a real John Wick game. Keanu Reeves is back reprising the role to wreck dudes in a new game. Minimal gameplay was shown off, but it does seem to come with some high hype. Marathon, Bungie's latest. Now, I'll be honest, this new sci-fi horror psychological thriller trailer that they showed off, it actually put me off. I was really into the idea of playing Marathon later this year, and it lost some of that clean aesthetic I liked earlier. The preview weekend starts on February 26th if you want to try it out. Saros, Housemarque's new roguelike. It looks tough, but with persistent upgrades, it might be more approachable than Returnal. Marvel Token, Fighting Souls. This new X-Men, Storm, Wolverine, Magic are joining the roster on August 6th for the fighting game franchise. And then, the one more thing of the show. God of War. The show ended with a double whammy for Kratos fans. God of War Trilogy Remake. The original Greek trilogy is coming back to the PlayStation 5. Maybe PC, who knows. TC Carson even showed up to tease it. My only hope is that they keep the OG gameplay. Don't over shoulder my hack and slash classics, please. Just keep it action based, remake the graphics, give it some quality of life improvements. We don't need too much from this. Just make it feel like I remember it. And then they showed off God of War Sons of Sparta, a 2D side-scrolling God of War game that's following a young Kratos, and they shadow dropped it. It's out today. Now, industry rumor has it that this game is headed to the Switch 2 later on this year, though Sony didn't say it in this presentation. So let's keep an eye out on that. There's absolutely nothing about this game that says that it can't be run on anything. So, in short, Sony, this state of play, it delivered. It wasn't perfect, but seeing Metal Gear Solid 4 liberated and a brand new 2D Castlevania, this makes the B+ well deserved. What was your standout? Are you hyped for the God of War remakes, or are you more of a Birdman Musso kind of person? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I want to thank you guys for being here with me. Star Flag Media Gaming, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys in the next video.